Hello guys, so in this video I'm going to give you a quick chat about psychology and criticisms of it. Firstly, we know when women wanted to leave their husbands, that would be considered a mental illness. We also know that psychologists are influenced by their environment they are in. So if we're in a capitalist society that says work hard, you'll make more money, we're always growing, that's how they treat their patients, like, oh, everything is a problem of yourself, the individual. And no, we don't have to fix any communities, we don't have to fix any systems. It's just focus on you, you're the problem. And there has been research showing that there's no chemical imbalances in the brain. There's nothing about your brain that gives you a mental illness. Mental illnesses don't really exist. It's more of a response to stress, and it's a normal response when someone is under a lot of stress. And it's also very predictable who can have a mental illness. For example, if you went through financial trauma, if you were not having a lot of money, not having a lot of food in your home, if you felt unsafe, if you felt shamed for who you are, if your parents did not hug you, if you were sat in a room and left to cry. And that's why I say look up Darcia Narvaez and her research, because she just pretty much describes how societies used to be and how parenting children literally makes children go crazy and be unstable adults. And it's pretty interesting, especially if you read up on parenting books. And yeah, they put a lot of emphasis on the person and they don't look at the environment. And we know with slavery, it was a mental illness to want to escape slavery. And that's what psychologists would say. They called it, I think, drapetomania. And it's just looking at people who do a normal response to something and then putting a word on it. As well, there is controversy around medication because there's a lot of bad side effects. As well, some medications you have to take at like certain times of the day and people forget to take it. And then as well, people can make medications easier to swallow, but they just make it disgusting. And some medications are made for people to get addicted onto, because we know with the opium epidemic. And so we also know if a medication isn't working, doctors will force it on their patients, or doctors get paid to recommend bad medication, which is what happened during the opium epidemic and other times like that. And I find that to be weird. Like, if something makes you sicker immediately, like, you have to work your job, you have to be healthy throughout your life, quote unquote healthy, and you can't really just take days off to be like, oh, this medication isn't working, sorry. Because I know in school they didn't like that. That's our first training. If you're sick, go to school, we don't care. And we know, like, there are problems around this. I hopefully am not saying anything crazy that people are like, oh, what is this? But yeah, that's the world I be living in, I be seeing. So I don't know about you, but that's what I wanted to say with psychology. And there is criticism. We should focus more on communities and community building as well, not just, oh, I'm a person, let me fix only me. Because we work with others in the world.